Hello everyone and welcome to Flower Friday.
Hey there.
My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
We sure do. And today we're going to be making a traditional fall wreath.
Yep. So come on in, get comfy.
Yep.
This is going to be one that anyone can make.
Anybody can make
in
it.
Those traditional fall colors that we all love so much.
That's right. That's right.
For this wreath, you are going to need a grapevine wreath base. We are using a 14-inch, but you could use whatever size you have handy or you want to use.
We have some fall leaves. You can get these at any, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Dollar Tree, anywhere. You just need a good amount of fall leaves. We've got some mums that we're going to be using.
Some other florals. Really for this, you just want to get your favorite fall flowers.
Whatever your favorite fall flowers are, that's right. We're going to use these little sunflowers. I think they're so cute. And then we've got a bow. Now, normally we put our bow on first, but this is going to be a little different. So we will be putting it on last. Yeah. But we've already made just a traditional bow.
So y'all let us know where you're watching our video from today. And let us know what the weather is like where you are at. I know we're making a fall wreath here, but it definitely does not feel like fall.
No, it does not.
It feels
in fact, you may see us perspiring a little bit.
You may see us melting a little.
Yeah, we may be
glistening.
Melting here. Yeah, we're glistening. That's a good word. Yeah.
But yes, we are looking forward to fall, and I love fall wreaths. They are some of my favorites to make.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and get started. Yeah. And if you have not already registered for our Christmas Splendor virtual wreath workshop, y'all go ahead and register for that. It is going to be so much fun, and it is a virtual event, so it's all online. And we'll be doing that September 18th and 19th, I believe, are the 2 dates. It's a Thursday and Friday. And like I said, it's all online, so you can watch from the comfort of your home. You can join us live, or you can watch the replays, because you will have access to the replays for life. So be sure to go ahead and register for that at gracemonroehome.com. We will put the link also in the comments of this video.
Yes, and we've got some really fun things we're going to be making. I will say one of the things we're going to be making, this is just kind of like a little extra, we're going to be making a mailbox swag.
That'll be fun.
A Christmas mailbox swag, but we're also going to be making a couple of wreaths, just some fun stuff, so y'all come join us.
Yeah.
All right, the first thing that we are going to do is get our fall leaves, and I've already cut them all off the stem, so I'm just going to start putting these in. Let me get those. I'm just going to get a handful of them. And, we do keep our stems longer. This one, it's not quite as important. You still don't want to cut them real short, but we're going to be putting them in kind of at an angle right here close to the wreath, just like this. So we're just going to go around. I'm going to put one here in the front, and then I'm also going to put one up here at the top. So you see, I've got one at the top and then one right there, and I'm going to continue doing that all the way around.
We're using our Grace Monroe Home glue skillet, so we're just dipping the ends about an inch into the glue skillet. It is hot glue, so if you don't have a glue skillet, you need to use some sort of glue gun for this.
Yes, definitely. And if you don't have a glue skillet, I recommend you get one if you make wreaths very often, because it certainly gives you that hands-free that is very helpful.
So I go ahead with mine. I do mine a little bit different. I go ahead and still make my cross.
Yes.
I want to make sure that I have enough leaves to go all the way around. So it helps me with the balance. It's totally up to you.
And it really
how you want to do that.
You can do any way that you want to. That's right. The main thing is that you want to make sure that you've got some going around the outside and some in the middle.
Of course, you can use whatever color fall leaves you want to for this. We're kind of going with a more traditional. We are using a little bit of burgundy in this, which I love in fall wreaths. So
yes, I do too.
So now that I have my cross, now I'm going to go in and fill in. And like I said, that just helps me with balance. It helps me be able to judge and determine, you know, how thick that I can do the leaves.
Yeah, speaking of that, I may need to spread mine out a little bit. So if I do, that is all right. We can do that.
Yeah, it's always good because you don't want to get all the way to the end and then be like,
realize you need to,
oh, should have been a little, you know,
a little more
careful with that. But,
yeah.
You know.
And you are putting them in at an angle, so that is going to help take up space as well.
A lot of this will be covered up with the flowers anyway, but it's just going to give us our base.
Mm-hmm. We like having our, you know, what we're going to be working on. So it's kind of important, we believe, to put your base first and get that in there.
So I hope y'all are having a great day. Like we said, it's been hot here in Alabama.
It really has.
But it's still been nice and pretty here, so I cannot complain.
Yep, no, I'm loving it.
We spent some time outside today.
Yep, and you know I'm a summer person, so I love it. What did y'all do outside today?
We just read, me and the kids, we read outside.
Well, that was fun.
For a little bit, and they played outside. So I've got a few more left. I've got
I might need some over here.
I've got most of it filled in. Well, I just kind of went around, but I am going to fill in a little bit some of these spots, but I didn't know exactly how thick I was going to need to do it. So I'm not sure if I have mine quite as thick as yours.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I think once we get everything on there too.
Yes, and it really does. We're going to have so much on it that this is just giving you your base that you're working with. So you don't have to get too, you know, fanatical about getting it just right. It's going to be fine. So just put them, you want to go around the outside with one layer and then just around the middle. Now I'm doing them, we're doing them at the same time. If it's easier for you to do your outside first and then come back in and do your inside, you can certainly do that. That would be just fine. I think I'm going to have just enough.
Yep, I have just enough too.
Like we said, we're going to have so much going on with it. You're not going to know how many leaves are there.
This is what it looks like with all of them around.
Yeah. Put the last one on here. Okay. And I did not take time to do this, but if you've got, like I've got a leaf that's kind of wrinkled, just you can use a clothes steamer, or you can even just sprinkle it with a little bit of water and use your hair dryer, and that will straighten out those that are, you know, wrinkled. But like we said, we're going to cover these up so it's not going to matter.
And these wreaths are great for someone who doesn't want a huge, over-the-top, extra-large wreath. I mean, I know we love those, and a lot of us do really, really love hanging those, but I know that sometimes you just want something a little more, you know, a little smaller, a little more compact, and these are actually great for double doors. So if you have French doors, double doors, these are fantastic for that.
They'd be great for church doors, anything like that you know, want to dress up for fall.
Sure.
So now I'm just going to start putting my little mums in. See, I don't know the colors yet. press in right here in the middle, just like that. Come around. That one there.
Oh, and I don't know if we mentioned, but we do have some pumpkins too. And these are actually from the Dollar Tree. So
They
any
are.
kind of pumpkins will work for this. These are just little foam pumpkins.
And you know, actually, you could, just about everything that we're using, you could actually use from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
You really could,
So,
if you wanted to.
yeah, you could get as expensive or as
Yep, you really
budget
can.
friendly as you want with
You
this one.
certainly can. This one here, I'm gonna re-glue. It's not wanting to stay where I want it. Sometimes you just have to take them out and re-glue them.
This is where we're at so far. Getting our shape here.
Yep.
And these are cute. These are from Amazon. We
Yes, the
have
little
used these
sunflowers.
in wreaths before. They're super cute. And
They really are.
they hold up really well too.
And very inexpensive. Okay. So there is where we are. We've got those around. So I'm gonna put my little sunflowers in. These are just so cute. They are. Now I'm gonna put some right above them. Right above the mums, just like that.
And these are great filler flowers.
They
take
are.
up room, but they're cute.
They really are.
So that one popped right off.
Uh-oh.
People let us know what kind of projects you're working on, if you are working on any projects right now.
Yeah.
Fun crafts or wreaths that you're making.
Yes, and do you decorate your porch, your outside for fall? I always love to hear what people do with their front porches, because I love to decorate mine.
About ready to decorate for fall.
Yes, I'm getting there. I'm not there quite yet, but I'm getting there. I'm planning probably the first weekend in September.
Well, making these wreaths makes me eager to decorate.
Yep. Now I'm just coming down to the bottom just like this, and I'm putting these below the mums.
We are using a bow for this one, but this is actually one of those wreaths you wouldn't have to use a bow if you did not want to.
You really
you
would.
Could definitely just fill it up with all of the florals.
We can put in, we've got this other little greenery, and anything, you know, we just like to have more than one. So we've got our fall leaves, so we're going to add these little I don't know what these leaves are, but they are so cute. I think they're mini ficus leaves as well.
Yeah, they're pretty, and they add a nice texture.
They do
to the design as well. So anytime you can use more than one greenery, and of course we're considering the leaves, the fall leaves, the greenery. Yes. Anytime you can add more, it's going to add a nice element to your design.
It is right. So we're just going to sprinkle these in.
Remember, we're not going too big with this one.
No.
Of course, if you wanted to make it big,
you could.
absolutely.
Yes, it could be as big as you wanted it to be. You're just gonna get more of the items that you're using. You just have to get more of those, but it could be. You could do this on any size.
So just filling in with this second greenery.
Yes. I love this greenery too, because it's kind of feathery looking. I just think it's so pretty. It's really pretty.
So with that secondary greenery, you just want to make sure you're spacing it fairly even throughout, so that like all of it's not bunched at the top, and then
exactly.
It's kind of, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of spread it out, space it out, you know, evenly. looking cute. We don't even have our pumpkins or our bow or any of that in.
Yeah.
Are we putting the bigger ones in? I thought we were, but now I'm kind of thinking I don't know.
So. Yeah, I thought so too, but I think I'm just going to add the rest
they're kind
of
of pretty
them.
in there. Actually, I kind of like them.
Well, yeah, we can do it.
I kind of like them.
Yep, I want to get my pumpkins in first though to make sure we've got enough room for them.
So you could do this with all the smaller florals.
Yeah, you really
to.
could. Definitely could.
Stem tried to get me.
Huh?
The stem tried to.
Uh-oh. That's not fun. These little sunflowers, they're just so cute. So cute. So you did.
Well, yeah, I want to see what it looks like in there. I kind of like them in there.
You didn't use the leaves, I hope, did you? Take those off.
Well, that one I did. I didn't even take that one off, but you can't see it.
As long as you can see it, that's good. Big, but we are gonna try them. Did you leave a space for your bow?
Yeah, I did right up here.
Okay. Got to leave a space for the bow. This one. Little bit right there. Okay.
I would actually use this also as a, and actually I may use it as a lantern.
Yes, it would be excellent. And
I love lantern wreaths, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen those, but we've done a couple of videos making those.
yeah.
But this is exactly what I may use this for. And so anytime that I make these round wreaths like this, these round, more classic style wreaths, I a lot of times end up using them as a lantern arrangement.
Yeah.
They're perfect for that.
Show you how you can do that.
You could just stuck it right here.
And just, oh yeah, I could have, but you
Stuck
just
it right here.
just right there.
And I
And
have to
see,
scoot it back just to
let's see. Okay, let me get these leaves off. Now I have not cut the stems off my back yet, the back of it, so you would have to cut those off. But look how pretty.
Yeah, I think it's really perfect for that. I love it.
It really is, isn't it? So there you go. You could do it as a lantern swag. Now if I can get it out without tearing it up, there we go. But you see I've got my stems in the back, and of course I'll cut those off when we finish, and then That way it would sit flat down on it. Okay, so now, did you put
I think that the bow, I'm going to go ahead and put my bow on and then the pumpkins, so that I can place the pumpkins around. So, and this is just a traditional loopy bow. We will attach a video in the comments, so you can check that out, how we made this.
Yes.
And I'm just going to attach mine. I left a spot right around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. Just right around here. But honestly, anybody, if you've never made a wreath, you can make this one. I promise you can. The lights blinked.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yep, I hope we're not fixing to get a storm.
So we've got, well, it's so sunny.
I know, I'd be surprised.
So we've got these pumpkins. Like I said, you can find these at Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Any craft store will have them. And they're just foam, very lightweight. I'm going to use some leftover stems from some of the mums that we used. I cut off one of the long ones, and then I'm just going to split it in half. And then dip the end into my glue, and then just stick right down into the pumpkin.
And now you've got to pick. Very easy to do.
Very, very easy.
One right in this spot.
I do kind of like these little
sunflowers.
No, well those, but I also like these little berries. They might look cute in there too.
Yeah.
We'll have to see once we get the pumpkins.
It's getting so full though. I don't know that we need much else once we get these in. Full enough. I don't think we need much else.
I'm going to curl my tails. We did longer tails. You could do short or long tails.
Yes, you could.
Depending on what you like.
That is true. And now to curl, if you've never curled tails, just take the end and just roll it up and then pull on it just like that, and that's going to give you the perfect little curl. So just roll it and then pull. And if you have trouble, you know, with your hands, or you can't roll it up like that, roll it around a pencil or even your scissors, anything. Just keep, make sure you know where the end is, just like that, so that when you roll it up, you can just get a hold of that end and pull.
I don't love the green leaves that are on the mums, so I just popped the little head
yeah,
off and pulled them off.
Yes, I cut those off too. I did not like those. It's so cute. And then you just, mine is going to have some in the back, so I just come to the back and cut all of those stems as close as I can get. Just like that. And you'll see I'm using my regular wire cutters. If you make mini wreaths, don't get those that you can find, you know, in the floral department at Walmart. Get a good pair. Now you can get them at Walmart, just get them out of the tool department, the real wire cutters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because they work better than anything else. They truly do.
We had some berries over here, a few that were actually left over from another project that we were doing earlier. If you wanted to add some berries, you could. Totally optional.
Yeah, that is up to you. But if you want to keep the cost down, then it is just fine, just like this. And just take your leaves that you put in first and just kind of pull them around. But how cute is that? And very, very easy.
It really is. You would be
I mean, like I
pleasantly
said,
surprised
yes,
to know that it's
like
a very
I said,
simple wreath.
even if you've never attempted a wreath before, I promise you can do this. Now let's see if you wanted to make it a lantern swag.
Yeah, I probably would not use the bow if I
I
was gonna
probably
do that.
wouldn't. I was going to say what I would do. I would use the bow because it is cute on it. I just wouldn't use the tails.
Yeah.
See how cute that is without the tails. So the bow is cute, but I think you just wouldn't want the tails in it. But how cute is that?
And like we said, this is great for somebody who maybe wants something a little more traditional, a little smaller. Maybe you don't want the huge, oversized, you know, luxury wreaths. You want something a little more classic and a little smaller and compact. But it still is bold and beautiful and
it is
simple to make, but it does make a big statement.
It really does. So pretty. So you've got two ways you can use it.
As a wreath.
Yep, or as a lantern swag. Yep. And like I said, just remember to cut off the tail. Don't use the tails if you're gonna. I'm trying to hide them over here so you can get the full picture. There you
A couple
go.
pieces of this greenery left. I'm just gonna stick it in there just because I have it. Might as well.
Now, did you realize that making a wreath was this easy? It really, really is.
And it's fun.
I mean, I love making the big, you know, big fancy wreaths. I love it. But once in a while, you just don't need something like that. You need something simple but still elegant. And that's what these are, I think.
Yeah, and you just, especially with fall, sometimes you just want something like traditional. Just that screams fall, but isn't,
Exactly.
you know, not all the wild color combinations. It's
Yeah.
just fall.
Just regular fall colors. I just think this is cute.
Get my tails, how I
may have to use this on my outside table.
I love it. I love it as a wreath, but I really love it as a.
I really love it as
lantern.
a.
That's probably how I'm going to
Yep.
use it.
And that is exactly what I'm thinking. I may use it on my table outside because I do love that. And you'll see it. One thing that you'll want to do once you get it on your lantern, if you're using it for that, and which is one of the reasons that we leave the stems long enough that we can do this. you know, just kind of pull down on some of your flowers because you want to make sure, you know, it's touching the table around. So just kind of pull down on them and you can get them exactly how you want them.
And I actually love making lantern arrangements. They're one of my favorite things to make.
They are. Well, anytime you can make something beautiful for your home, you know, it just really makes you feel so good, especially when you look at the cost of things, you know, and you can make it yourself.
And you can use it year after year.
Yes.
I pull mine out every year that I made a few years ago.
Yes.
And sometimes I will change out the pumpkins, or I'll, you know, fluff it out a little bit, maybe, you know, change out a few of the flowers, but I still use that one from like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes, I do that. You know, I've got the one on my mantle, and I'll add some flowers for spring, and for fall I add some leaves and things and take it out and keep the same arrangement year round, you know. So anytime you can do that, that is great.
Well, this has been just a fun, quick DIY wreath or lantern arrangement that you can use. And I hope you'll give it a try.
I hope you will. I think you'll be surprised. Even like I said, even if this is your first time making one, you can do this.
You can.
Yes, and make sure, we would love to have you in the workshop, the Christmas Splendor virtual workshop. We are, what's the date? September 16th?
I believe it's the 18th,
18th
and 19th.
and 19th.
It's a Thursday and Friday. I should have looked at the calendar.
Yes.
I believe it's 18th
Thursday
and 19th.
and Friday.
But I know it's a Thursday and Friday. The live sessions will be at 6 p.m. those evenings. However, you will have access to the replay, unlimited access. So if you can't join us at those times, we will be live making them on on those dates at those times. But if you can't join us live, you can always watch the replay, and we're going to be making some really fun designs.
Yes,
this is going to be all things
beautiful.
Christmas.
Yes, it is. All Christmas, and I cannot wait. I love making Christmas wreaths, and I think that you will love them.
Yeah,
I really do.
A couple of Christmas wreaths, designer Christmas wreaths. We've got, like she said, a mailbox swag that you guys are going to love, and then a table arrangement that's going to be really fun as well. So y'all join us for that. I will put the link in the comments, and we hope to see you there.
That's right. And if you haven't already liked and followed us, please do that. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just click the little bell so you get notified, and make sure to like us and subscribe on YouTube. We would certainly appreciate it. That really helps us a lot.
Well, we thank y'all so much for joining us today. You can find tons of DIY tutorials on our blog at gracemonroehome.com. That's where you'll have access to the supply list and all that sort of thing. So y'all go check that out.
Yes.
We will see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Have a blessed week.